Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 3, the final day of the season, or final day of the week. Miami, Ohio versus App State, getting started a little bit later than we wanted to tonight, but that's okay. Second game will start at the conclusion of this one. I'm joined in the booth by head coach of Upper Iowa. I believe we are the only two coaches that lost on Tuesday. And Sneak, how's it going, my man?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, buddy. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? I'm excited to be in the booth with you for the first time.
Yeah, I can't complain. Getting excited about this game. We got 2-0 App State. I believe 2-0 Miami, Ohio as well. So this one should be a pretty good game. Let's go ahead and go to a interview with App State and see how the vibes are like in Boone, North Carolina. All right, Coach Mason, Coach Nicotine, Coach Monarch, how are we feeling today, guys?
Feeling great. How are you all doing today?
We can't complain. It's a beautiful Thursday. The NFL started today, but it's also RFCL Thursday, and you can't beat that.
Absolutely. Y'all enjoying the atmosphere in Boone?
It's pretty good. Okay, I'll enjoy it a little bit nicer when it's late fall and the leaves are turning, but it's not bad for an early September game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what's the plans like to contain Mason Taylor the third tonight?
Honestly, I want Monarch to answer the question right here. He's been a great help game planning for him. So I'd like Monarch to answer that question. Done great.
I literally just walked back. I'm so sorry. I did not hear the question at all.
You're good.
So what's
asked.
what's the plan to contain Mason Taylor the third tonight?
Oh, we're gonna try and get aligned well. We are gonna stick to what we've been doing already, right? And I think that if we maintain what we planned so far, I think we'll be in good shape. Not trying to get too much away. So.
Got you. Sneak, any question for Mason or Nicotine?
Nicotine. So I know that these first 2 weeks have been kind of a struggle on offense for you. What's the plan to get this offense actually going this game?
Oh yeah, I appreciate the question, Sneak. I hope everyone has seen Space Jam, the original one, the only good one, because we got Michael Jordan's secret stuff, steroids. I mean, in our juice, and I think we're gonna show what steroids can really do tonight.
Wow. Okay.
That's a one of a kind statement, Mason. You may need to check your guys over there.
Hey, you don't talk to my staff that way, sir.
I was talking to you, buddy. Goodbye, guys, and we'll see you guys at halftime.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyway.
All right, Barack, Cyrock, and Coach Merrill. How are we doing tonight, guys?
Feeling good. We're ready for this game.
So you're going up against a App State team who's won both games, not necessarily very convincingly. They've I don't want to say scraped by, but at the end of the day, they are 2-0 for a reason. So, what's the vibes like tonight? What's the plan of attack going forward?
I mean, they can finish out games, so kind of get on them early, see if we can score some points, be up, and then hold them on defense. That's our main thing. Make sure that we're not making too many mistakes on offense and just keep pushing defense.
Sneak, any questions?
Coach Merrill. So App State has a pretty decent defense. They haven't really allowed too many points. What can you do to kind of overcome, I guess, their play style on defense?
Well, I know they like to run a lot of man blitzes, so they like to put pressure on the quarterback, and those man blitzes stop the run. But their linebackers are also not the fastest of linebackers, so if we can get them those quick slant routes over the middle or some out routes burning those linebackers, we should be good.
Sounds like a pretty solid plan of attack for you guys. Best of luck against App State. We will talk to you guys at halftime.
All right, thank you.
All right, Sneak. So going into this one, App State is a 2.5 point favorite. How do you think this game is ultimately going to play out?
Really, it's up in the air, honestly. We've seen Miami ball out, and we've seen Miami just not do as great as they did the week before. But we've also have seen the potential of what App State can do, but we've also seen them struggle. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what exactly they can do in this game for both teams. But I feel like App State will still pull it out, but just because of the experience.
Yeah, this is a game that I think really could go either way. I think Vegas got the line pretty accurate on this one. App State's been a true ground and pound kind of team, where Miami, Ohio is kind of let Mason Taylor just do what he does in the backfield, and it's been successful for him so far.
Absolutely. Now let's see if both MT3 and LT can get going in this game. I want to see both of them be explosive.
Yeah, I want to see not necessarily an 80-point game, but I want to see some points scored. I want to see some big plays, maybe some turnovers, good plays out of the defense, and I just want to see a really good football game before we get UCO and NDSU to kick off later on.
Absolutely.
So App State's going to return this 19 yards. They'll get the drive started at about their 20-yard line. Sandy Bones, the quarterback, the 5-star freshman for App State. At this point in the season, Spearbeck is actually their leading rusher with 55 attempts, 201 yards. Bones, 21 attempts, 56 yards himself.
Yes, Spurbeck is definitely should be in the contention for Heisman. Like, that man is balling out this year so far. You got two games and you're already over 200 yards on the season. I think that's pretty good. You're averaging over 100 yards.
Yeah, over 100 yards per game, getting the game started here tonight with picking up 3. Not going to be a second and medium for App State. Probably going to see them go mostly under center tonight. I think that's where Mason has found his comfortability. And 7 on the play clock. We're going to see Bones hand the ball off to Spearbeck again. He's going to try to bounce outside, unable to gain a yard, though. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 7 coming up for App State in decision time. Do you want to stay under center? Maybe mix it up with the shotgun? What will Nicotine do here for App State?
I mean, I'd attempt it, but you gotta get these quarterbacks warmed up. You know what I've also noticed?
Bones takes off running 12 yards.
Sorry, I had to cut it off there on a big first down pickup. You know what I've noticed throughout the whole entire season? Apparently, the conditioning of mostly every school has been extremely well, because I have not seen hardly any severe injuries except for the one.
Yeah, I know we had Parker Howell was out with, I believe, a concussion at some point for UCA. Michael Taylor, the running back for Coastal Carolina, was out with a concussion as well. Outside of just concussions and head injuries, I don't think injuries, like you mentioned, other than yours, have been too impactful.
Yeah, very impactful.
And Vasi, you have a point. They have given him, 55 carries, but even with that, to be averaging 4.5 yards per carry is pretty good. You know, a lot of people, 55 carries, you know, most of the time you're going to average about two or three. But averaging 4.5, if Spearback picks up another 7, I think that's where the difference maker comes in.
Yeah, I was gonna say averaging 4 at least. I would even say just averaging 4 is a good number to have on 55 carries and 200 yards.
Yeah, I think most of the time you see running backs average anywhere from 2 to 3.5. You know, somewhere in there. So to
See,
have that
there's
4
only
plus,
there's only one running back that I know of that has actually consistently been over 4 yards a carry, and it's Aaron Jones with the Green Bay Packers. That's like that's what I think of when I see Spurbeck. I think Aaron Jones.
yeah, that's not a bad comparison, to be honest with you. Going back under center trio to the boundary. There's a 4 wide receiver set for App State. You've got a 6-man box roughly. I wouldn't be surprised to see App State run it again. They are. It's Spearback up the middle. He's picking up about 14 yards and another first down. And when you have a box like that, you just let the man work. Spearback, again, 4.7 yards per carry through the first drive of the game. And App State's already chewed about half of the first quarter away.
See, this is what I love to see. I love to see these teams now start to change themselves into this, chewing the clock, slow, methodical drives, and it kind of makes, especially from mine and Trigger standpoint, it makes our hearts go a little numb with happiness.
Tell you who's not happy after that play, and that's Mason. As Spearback is brought down at the line of scrimmage. I think that was their first, maybe shotgun play of the day, and
They had the speed option where they
that
picked
is
up
true.
the first down.
That's true. So split backs now, 11 personnel on the field. Gonna audible to a blocking back with the tight end. Motion, and Bones throws incomplete over the middle. Had a guy wide open, just missed him. And now a
You seeing
huge
that?
3rd and 10 for Miami.
Seeing that kind of stuff it hurts the soul because I mean you get that wide open receiver and then it's just overthrown or it's just way off, not accurate, and then you just sit there like, oh, we need that back.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs so far as App State. Going with 12 personnel now. A double tight look. Wiggins in motion. Ball's going to play fake, throwing over the middle, and it's dropped. Caught then dropped. A huge stand there for the Miami defense, and a good throw by Bones, who completely missed his first attempt. Second one was a dot. The wide receiver just could not hang on to it. So we're 7-minute quarters, right?
Yes, I believe
Yeah, so 4.5-minute drive for App State to open the game. Miami, Ohio will take over at the 27-yard line. And Mason Taylor III is going to hand off to LaDainian Tomlinson on his first carry of the game. Going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10. Haven't seen too many negative rushes so far. Been a lot of, I think, 3 or 4 tackles at the line. Now 2nd down for Miami. Taylor going to run a speed option. He's going to be brought down for a minus there. I think I jinxed it, Sneak. Third and 14, Miami, Ohio going to go with an 11 personnel look, trips to the field. LT and the tight end to the boundary, snapping very quickly. Taylor throwing short of the stick. It is going to pick up 10 yards, though. Caleb Thompson Unfortunately, it will be 4th and 4. I don't think we see Miami Ohio put the ball or go for it this early. But stranger things have happened. It will be a punt. And Gerald, is this a new stadium or just a new field? I saw you say something about that earlier. It is a new stadium, right? It looks like it. Or am I tripping? Both. Okay.
Oh yeah, it is a new stadium. They moved it to where you can see the mountains in the background.
Looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Hand off to Spearback on first down. He's going to pick up 4. The only thing I do not like about coach mode is it looked to me like he got tackled at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, but somehow gained 4.
Right.
I will never get over that for as long as this league exists.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There were so many times that we were in our game against UCA, we were like, oh yeah, we stopped him. Nope, it was like a 3-4 yard gain.
Yeah, yep. 2nd and 6 now. Spearback's going to pick up 1 yard. 3rd and 5. I wouldn't be surprised to see App State let this go to the quarter break. That's exactly what they're going to do. At the end of 1, App State and Miami, Ohio tied 0-0.
Got you. All right. App State lining up in a double tight end formation. And Sandy Bones inaccurately throws it. Fourth and 5. Let's see. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if you'd want to go for it this early. I mean, it is the beginning of the second quarter. Still got a lot of time, a lot of ball game left. All right, second drive for Miami of Ohio. And that is a wild throw by MT3. I want to see, like I said before in the beginning of this game, I want to see these two go off, LT and MT3. I want to see them both go off like they did the first game. Just so that I have the satisfaction of knowing that it wasn't just a fluke. For LT anyway. Obviously MT3. He's up there in debate for Heisman. At least that's what I've been told. As LT gets a 6-yard reception, 3rd and 4. They're running no huddle. And MT3 goes down, sacked for minus 7 yards. So both these defenses are actually playing really freaking well so far. Yeah, one of these days I want to just see I want to see either a punt return or a kick return. has yet to happen in this league, and I want it to happen as soon as possible. Just so we can get it out of the way and just have that one person hold that record, I guess. Wiggins goes in motion, and it's just going to be thrown away by Sandy Bones. He is 0 for 4 right now. Like, I understand the struggle. I do. Maybe this week's just the week of, these other freshman QBs just not living up to the expectations that they had. Burback on the outside, stiff arm, and that's a nice 12-yard run. See, this is why he should be in the Heisman consideration for the early season guesses. Welcome back. No, they did not. They got close. I think you're still muted on the stream, Gage.
Damn, good call. I thought I unmuted. I must have double clicked it.
Well, thank Gerald for that one.
Yeah, shout out Gerald.
Gerald with the W.
All right, 3rd and 7. Now that you guys can hear me. Is A-Rod playing in the Hall of Fame game?
No, he's not. Which I wouldn't expect him to anyway, because they just signed him to another monster contract. They're not going to waste that money,
Right.
And risk him getting hurt.
Yeah. Spear back up the middle, picking up 2 yards this time. So now App State, another 4th down scenario in field goal formation. That's a 58-yarder? 51-yarder. 51-yarder. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Looks like he missed it left.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to be a. I mean, it's obviously a shot worth taking, but with the way the kickers are in this league, it's hit or miss.
Yeah, and it
I personally wouldn't want to take those chances, but
yeah, it wasn't like he didn't have the leg for it. It probably would have been good from 53, 54, but ultimately wide left, and that's going to be the story of how the cookie crumbles on App State's second drive of the game. Mason Taylor feeling the pressure, throws high over his receiver's head. From his 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, he's going to hand off to LT. Going to lose 3 yards. Now 3rd and 13 coming up from Miami, Ohio. A dot on the right side there by Mason Taylor is caught by Ioannidis. Toe tap on the sideline, just enough for a first down. And as long as App State don't challenge, it looks like it will be a moving of the chains for Miami.
I think that might be their second first down I've seen.
I think you are correct as Taylor scrambles for 6 yards. Second and 4 coming up for Miami, Ohio. They have finally crossed the 50-yard line. 2:15 to play before halftime. And this, I feel like this half has went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'd say the same. But I think it's just because, App State's just been chewing that clock whenever they have possession. It just makes it hard to make a game go long when it's just being drained.
That is true. Miami, Ohio looking at 3rd and 4 now. Taylor back to pass, throwing over the middle, threw right to the middle linebacker, who instead of taking it the other way, just batted it down at the line of scrimmage. Now Miami, Ohio is actually not in a bad position to run a fake here. About midfield, App State's kind of stalled their last 2 offensive drives. Sure, they're beating you on the ground, but nothing has came of it in the end. Now you've got 1:55 to play for App State. Gonna have to hurry up a little bit. It's something you haven't done all game to this point. As I say that, Spearback's going to get the carry around the right side. Going to pick up, I think, 17 yards on the ground. His biggest carry of the night. Great blocking there by the pulling guards. And 1st and 10 for App State. Sticking with the 12 personnel look, Wiggins in motion. Bones does not like what he sees. Takes off running. Picks up the first down, though. Tries to split 2 defenders. Unable to do it. But he does pick up the first down. I wouldn't be surprised to see this flea flicker coming into play at some point. It seems a little OP, at least from what I have experienced. Every time it's been ran to perfection. We'll see what App State does here. Spearback throwing defenders off of him. Finally pushed out of bounds after picking up 8 yards.
Spearback channeling his inner Armstrong right there.
For those of you new here, Zach Armstrong, last year's Heisman Trophy winner. Spearback again running over defenders. This time not enough to pick up the first down. App State's going to let that clock chew. We'll go hurry up offense. And they're going to hand off to Spearback again, who doesn't know how to read a block this time, and no timeout from either side coming in. I find that very curious out of Miami, Ohio. You could have about a minute 5 to play with 2 timeouts. And maybe, I guess they're trying to make things harder on App State if they pick up the first down.
Potentially, but I mean, you got them. I wouldn't really say cornered, but 4th and 3, you've stuffed them the last 2 plays, really. So I mean, I don't understand the logic, but
And App State finally going to take that timeout. Didn't like what they saw, and they could go for it here, You still have at least one more fourth down attempt in the fourth quarter, or in the second half, rather.
Mm-hmm.
App State making all kinds of adjustments. Play action, Bones over the middle, incomplete. And now Miami, Ohio is about 20 yards away from field goal range with all 3 timeouts. A very favorable situation for Miami, Ohio. And are you a fan of the call there by App State?
I'm not. I mean, you got to give it to Spurbeck, honestly. Or, yeah, I don't know. You got to give it to your playmaker. Like, Sandy Bones has not been playing top tier football today. So, I mean, I don't know why you put it in his hands.
I will say Mason Taylor the third, top tier pass right there. Finding Thomason out of the backfield on the wheel route, picking up, I think, about 20 yards. And now they're just a few short yards away from field goal range. Just picked it up right there and picked up another first down. JoJo Orlis picking up 11. Miami, Ohio burns their second timeout. And if I'm Miami, Ohio, I'm probably going to maybe take a shot here. If you get stopped short of the first down marker, call that timeout, kick a field goal. If you get the first down, maybe take an additional shot. Otherwise, you got to make sure you come away with points here regardless.
Oh, absolutely. Especially starting off with this gracious amount of field that you have.
Yeah, and so now you
I
got
mean, you
another opportunity to take a shot at the end zone, and you can still. The chances of there being a 12-second play is very, very slim. I would take my chances.
Unless you have UCO's offensive line, you can just sit there for however long until something develops.
When there, Mason Taylor's going to scramble. Miami needs to let that clock run down to about 2 seconds. Call timeout. There we go. Kick a field goal. Job well done by the Miami Ohio defense. Offense, I'm sorry, and coaching staff. And you get 3. Time expires. And we will go into we'll go first to Miami, Ohio. I think it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Coach Merrill, Brock, Cyrock. That was a pretty good drive there to end the first half. You had a good defensive stand as well. You've halted App State all 3 of their drives, despite them having, I don't know, probably almost a whole quarter's worth time of possession, maybe even more. How are you feeling defensively after those 3 big stops?
I know defensively we're feeling good. Coach Cyrock had some really good play calls there that he was seeing something I wasn't, and I really appreciate what he's been doing. And I think that's the reason why we stopped him and held him to 0 points this first half.
Coach Merrill, you've only had, I think that was your 3rd possession of the day. The first 2 obviously didn't go how you wanted to, but you've gained momentum, it seems, each drive. The first one was basically a 3 and out. Second one, you picked up a couple first downs, and then that one you come away with points. What's the offense been able to do to gain some of the momentum?
Well, we know since they bring so much pressure on the quarterback, we can't run because they're just swarming the line. So we know we can get those quick passes to the outside of the line of scrimmage and then those quick routes over the middle, and that's how we get quick and easy yards.
You pretty much kind of handled what I was gonna ask. You guys are playing playing some good defense, that's for sure. Sirach, your defensive play calling is outstanding today.
All right. Well, if nothing else, we will go talk to the guys at App State, and we will see you guys after the game. Best of luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach Mason, Monarch, Nicotine. Not I won't say a terrible first half. You were able to move the ball. Ultimately, your drives just kind of stalled out on you. What's going to be the plan to prevent that in the second half?
Just continuing drives, getting those yards. What's kind of got us there, and looking at the looks, looking everything over, and not overthinking it.
That fourth down failed attempt over before halftime ultimately gave Miami Ohio good field position to come away with points there before the half. Do you regret that decision? Would you do it again?
In 2020 hindsight, obviously if we completed it, we would have got probably 3 points too. I like to play a little bit aggressive in that situation. It was a 3rd and 3. We thought we had the look where we wanted to get the pass open. The pass was open, just missed them by a little bit. Looking back, obviously, in this situation, we would have probably just punted it. But I don't regret going for it right there.
Sneak is muted.
Got you. All right. Well, we'll get back to the game then, and best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I think my partner Sneak ran and took a bathroom break, as everybody should during halftime. So Miami, Ohio is going to get the ball to start the second half. As mentioned in the halftime interview, we saw them pretty much gain momentum and do just a little bit better each drive in the first half. They go 3 and out to start. Second drive, they pick up 2 first downs. And then the third drive, they were able to come away with some points. So what will their fourth drive entail? Sneak back from the bathroom. And Mason
line
Taylor.
was outrageous, man.
They should really give us our own bathrooms for this,
Right.
Taylor going to throw that wheel route again to LT. He's going to pick up 2 yards. Second 8 now for Miami, Ohio. Taylor under pressure, throwing long, almost intercepted. Jimmy Cromwell had a potential pick 6 in his hands and dropped it. Now Miami, Ohio looking at 3rd and long.
And that is why you are a corner and not a wide receiver. You gotta make plays like that.
And okay, at least that wasn't the same guy. 2 dropped interceptions on the same drive may have resulted in a benching.
I was gonna say, didn't that happen to you guys?
Probably. Yeah, but let's not talk about it. So App State going to take over about the 50-yard line. They can just put together a drive like they have in the first half. They will be in field goal position by the time their drive concludes.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the way that your defense is playing, you're just putting up a field goal. You're still in this game. Like, there's nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah.
Like, defense is playing phenomenally. Like, you haven't really given up too many big plays to Miami of Ohio.
Spearback, again, averaging 4.5 yards per carry, 77 yards on the ground. Could we see back-to-back Heisman Trophy running back winners?
It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility, but there's obviously some very big arguments for the Weasley brothers right now. They're also playing lights out. So, I mean, you can't really discredit them and take it away from them.
Only time will tell. Spearback picking up and a couple more yards on the ground, now 3rd and 1. If I'm App State, I'm just giving it to him again. I'm trusting him to get 1 yard. He's got it all night. They do. He does. First down, App State. I thought he was going to be pushed back behind the line to gain, and who knows what would have happened with this game. They're going to hand the ball to Spearback again, and another 5-yard gain. If I'm App State, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Feed Spearback until they find a way to stop it. Wiggins in motion. Play action. Bones throwing to the right side. Ethan Gaylor going to pick up 9 yards in the first down. And that man just looks like a tight end. He's got the arm brace on. Yeah, I think.
Can we talk about that throw by Sandy? That was a freaking missile.
It was.
He zipped that thing in there.
And it was. He's really looking pretty good off of play action. I think this is the same play again. It is. There's Gaylor. And he could be gone 10. 5 falls down. 32-yard reception, though. What a huge play for the App State. Trigger, yeah, if you want to be, hop in with me, buddy. Sandy Ball's 2 completions of the day came on back-to-back plays, and they're set up App State to score. I think we go back to the ground game here. Spearback up the middle. Going to pick up 2. Now 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line for App State.
I would honestly say that Gaylor is I'd say the comparison is probably like a Gronk 2.0. Like he's just got the size, he's got the ability.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the better tight ends in the league. I would say showing it here today, but to be honest, he's got their only 2 completions. All their receiving yards. It's kind of has to be a given, I guess. That Spearback's going to get the carry and brought down. That's back-to-back plays with negative yards for Spearback, something I don't think that he's experienced all season. Now App State's going to have to settle for the field goal. Kicks up, kicks good, and we have a tie game with 2:41 to play.
Which, I mean, is okay for them. Like I said, their defense is playing lights out still, even with giving up the 3. Like you're not out of this game
by any means.
Yeah, especially if you just put together a drive like that again and hold Miami to 3 still, you're set.
Now, what can Miami Ohio do on offense? Seems like their offensive drives have been very short-lived. And what a play there by the App State defense, and the thing there that I think Miami Ohio tried to trap a. I don't know where he was lined up. Maybe in a 5-4-eye, something like that. You always need to run trap to the 3 technique side. I think if they would have ran it the other way, they may have had a little bit better success. Instead, you're dropped for a 2-yard loss. And the LT, 3 rushes minus 1.5 yards per carry, being outgained by 103 yards and almost another interception there by Mason Taylor III.
That should be 3 interceptions right now.
At least. And Taylor is 49 for 62 on the season, 397 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So he's gotten away pretty lucky a couple times here tonight. 3rd and 12, he's going to throw over the middle, well, actually to the left. And that ball is going to fall incomplete. And App State will be getting the ball back with what feels like 15 seconds after they just had the ball.
Sorry about that. We got some commotion coming in from the stands.
No, triggered. No, nothing's really going well for Miami, Ohio. They had one good play on a halfback wheel route before the half that set them up for a field goal. Other than that, that's about all they had. I think that 51 total yards, half of it was picked up on one play. And had they not started that drive at about midfield, they would still be a goose egg on the board. App State, however, just a quick little game recap for you guys. App State's had about 3 drives where they have drove about 50 yards each. 2 of them stalled out, 1 missed field goal, and we are here at 3-3.
Both defenses playing outstanding.
Spearback picking up 5 yards again. 26 carries, 100 yards, 3 and 8 yards per carry. You can't ask for much more if you're an offensive coordinator. 3 yards in the cloud that does football is not a bad way to play at all.
No, I respect it.
And they stop him short somehow. They had a tackle for loss, missed it, and then still somehow stop him with inches to gain. I think we should probably see a QB sneak here out of Bones. I'd expect him to get this pretty easily. He does just that. He's met hard by a linebacker, but App State's going to burn their final 4th down attempt. And that could have been the final play of the 3rd quarter. "30 rushes to 7 pass attempts. Bones going to keep it around the left side. Breaking 3 tackles. 4.
Oh my!
5 Bones.
5 broken tackles.
5 broken tackles,
Wow.
15 yards, and had the sideline not been there, he probably would have scored because God knows that was a wrecking ball just running through the Miami, Ohio defense. I don't think I've ever seen a run like that.
Yeah, not 5 broken tackles from a quarterback.
And it's that same play that Bones has completed a couple times, and this time he throws left on the wheel route to Wiggins, the man that went in motion pre-snap. A great read by Bones. And App State seems to have found their rhythm offensively.
And Sandy's heating up, which is very dangerous for Miami.
Spearback picking up another 5 on the ground. Trigger, what Madden glitch are you referring to there? Or are you talking about the run, the broken tackle run? Second and 5 of kind of light box, it seems, for Miami, Ohio. Until they shifted formations. Hudson going to go back to the other side of the line of scrimmage. Gaylor attached to the right. Seabold and Wiggins, receivers to the left. Another formation swap for App State. Will they get the snap off? I don't think so. They're going to burn the timeout.
See, I would have just kept the same play if you're going to run that much clock out and not waste the timeout.
Spearback around the right side, picking up 2 yards. Going to be 3rd and 2. I would think App State has ran the ball enough to set up a good play action.
I agree.
But
They haven't thrown it very much when they're inside the red zone.
And I wouldn't either. When you have Spearback you can hand the ball to, but this is the 4th quarter now, so they can technically go for it on 4th. It is the rule is trailing or tied in the 4th quarter. And the way that defense is played all day, I'll go for it here as well. Hang on 1 second.
The other time we went,
Y'all can go for
Yeah,
it.
they're coming to tell us we can't.
Y'all can go for it.
Yeah, we'll take the delay game.
No, you
we can
can.
or we cannot.
You should be.
We cannot.
Pause it. Just pause it. You should be able to.
We should be able to, because the time we went for before was inside the goal line. Yeah, it was 4th and goal.
Well, the rule, it doesn't matter how many times you've went to it. The rule
Not
is
twice.
4th quarter trailing or tied, I'm pretty sure. Or is it unless trailing?
I thought it was unless trailing.
Well, if it is, I'm overruling and saying it's
sounds
tied.
good.
He wants to see a good game, boys.
It's 9 seconds left. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 6.
They are going to hand the ball off to Spearback. He's going to walk in for a touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run. Yeah, Gerald said they could go for it too. Making sure we were all on the same page there. App State going to walk in for a touchdown and take a 10-3 lead with 4:48 to play in the 4th quarter.
Miami of Ohio's got to figure something out on offense. Like, you've seen flashes of what that offense can do. Like, you just gotta do it again, I guess. I don't know really how else to put it.
Yeah. Miami Ohio going to snap it with 3 on the play clock. Taylor going to take off running. And App State is there waiting. No yard gained. 2nd and 10 now.
Like, this makes UIU's offensive performance look 10 times better. Like, you have Mason Taylor III and you have LaDainian Tomlin. 2 of the best recruits that came in this last offseason. Like, you gotta use them.
Yeah, LT, that was his 5th carry of the day, I believe. And we're over halfway through the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's astonishing,
4th
to
carry.
say the least.
Wow. And you've also got Brian Weirs, I think a 4-star tight end.
Where I haven't really seen him get much action since the first game.
A good pass there by Taylor the third over the middle. Miami, Ohio in plus territory now. LT breaking a tackle around the left side on the counter play. Gonna pick up 5 yards this time. Eleven personnel on the field for Miami. You got trips to the field. Taylor going to be back to pass, moving around in the pocket, throws to the right side. It's picked off, and App State's headed the other way, and that should be a pick six. App State 30-25. Mason Taylor, the man to beat, does. Mama, there goes that man. App State, a potential game-sealing touchdown, 17-3 with 2:40 to play in the fourth quarter.
Now, if I'm Miami of Ohio, that's heartbreaking and crushing. But if you're on App State, you're lifting your hand saying, finally. Because off after the fourth try, that's how many it took for you to finally get an interception.
That was the second game-sealing pick six. We saw one last week with NDSU.
I do believe so.
Was it App State that got the game-winning pick six against NDSU last week?
I believe
It was.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, App State won that game last week on a pick six. So, defense. The story of this App State team, they haven't put up over 17 points all season. They put up 16 in the first game, 15 last week, 17 here today, and the job is getting done for them. But LT's going to take on the counter on the left side again, pick up 9 yards and a first down now. Screen pass to LT. He's got some running room. He's going to pick up 17 before being pushed out of bounds. Taylor back to pass, throwing short to Weirs, I believe. On the right side, going to be a 3-yard reception. And I think the only bad thing about Mason Taylor, that throw he made earlier, was just he threw it from the left hash to the right numbers.
Mhm.
Another screen pass to LT. And I think a little
And it
fatigue
really
showed
wasn't-
there.
Yeah, it really wasn't a missile or a bullet pass that was thrown. It was kind of lobbed up there, so it gave the defender kind of some decent amount of time to get to that ball.
Yeah, maybe more ill-timed than anything. Got to know if you're on the working the left hash or middle of the field, you're throwing right numbers. That's got to be 3-step and throw. He moved around the pocket a little too much. That corner saw the man there, read it like a book. Now we got pressure. Another screen pass. This time it's the backup running back. I don't see anybody there for App State. 10-5, Miami, Ohio, touchdown. We're not done yet, boys. This game isn't over yet. Miami, Ohio does have 2 timeouts. App State wins the game with a first down. We will see how this thing ultimately plays out. But a good drive there, a good answer by Miami, Ohio.
And I know I don't have a lot of room to talk here, but I mean, I would personally, I was gonna say I'd personally go for an onside, and hopefully App State learns from UCA's mistake and pays attention to it.
Yeah, I think that's all. Chase McGilvra. How do you say your last name?
McGilvra.
McGilvra. Okay,
Basically, just how it's spelled.
got you. Gotcha,
Just a lot of people just see all those letters pushed together. They're just like,
We'll just call him Chase. Spur back around the right side.
Right.
9 yards. And again, App State, I say they need a first down, but being pushed out of bounds there, depending on how it goes, there's still a chance for Miami. They're not dead just yet.
And App State here is really proving that runs to the outside can work
I don't
Against-
know.
top tier defenses.
I haven't been paying attention to what Miami Ohio is running defensively. There's like maybe a 4-3.
I think it is a 4-3. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna run it to the outside over here on the left, probably too. They are. What a cut! What a cut by Dominic Denby, 6-yard rush. Now Miami Ohio. I think this game is over now, right?
I mean, it's got to be. I'd say one more first down just to be safe.
Well, now Miami Ohio can't stop the clock again, and all they gotta do is
True.
knee it, and that's the game. So App State's
Yeah.
gonna win this one 17-10. An electrifying second half. We were 3-0 at halftime. Miami Ohio.
Yeah.
So a very, very fun game down in Boone, North Carolina. Nicotine sent me his new cam link, but it's still off. And that, they're going to take the points for point differential.
Which doesn't really matter. So
Kicks up, kicks good. App State 20, Miami Ohio 10. And App State will walk away victorious in this one. We will go with a live interview with the winners.
Let's go.
33-126. Should have been 2 touchdowns, honestly.
Yeah, that one that he got stomped on was kind of bullcrap.
I mean,
go.
even just throwing instead of giving it to him.
Yeah.
Did you there?
I am. So y'all enjoy the win just a little bit. An electrifying second half, to say the least. Defense stepped up big. Offense finally got some stuff going. You're 3-0 at this point. How are you feeling?
I'll let my court speak for that.
I mean, Nick, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Sure. I think just
go.
believing in our roots really got us through this one. No other team is more comfortable in these close games, tough games than us. We salivate at a 3-3 half, and we knew it would end this way because we're used to that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that the preparation that we've put in, put us mentally in a spot that we felt, just continue to do what we've been trying to do, right? And eventually we're going to break through. And, other than that really one play call against what we called on defense, I felt like we handled the second
I
half.
take full
really well on
responsibility
both
for
sides.
that. That was my fault.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a perfect play call against what we called, right? And it just happens. And so, other than that, though, we had such a clear mindset of what we wanted to do that, I'm just so proud of our team, so proud of our coaches, proud of our players. Spurbeck is really putting himself up in a category now, in my opinion, to be taken seriously. We lean on him as much as possible, and he rewards us thoroughly. So hopefully people reward
Absolutely.
him
And to
as
talk
well.
talk on that, add on top of that, we like to think of ourselves as player led in the locker room. Spurback, and then also having Dawson still there as a backup spot, and then obviously having Sandy Bones at halftime. They gave a wonderful speech about getting the offense rolling together and the defensive side of the ball. All the the incoming transfers and all the players that we've had there that have stayed with us over the year are finally
Yes.
finding that role. The freshman Mike Tyson was in the locker room. It looked like a scene out of Gridiron Gang, and it was awesome. So I'm really proud of our staff, proud of our team. And
Shout
I'm
out
really
Mike
proud of our
Flair.
players.
Woo.
No, you guys turned it around. Actually, Monarch, I gotta ask, man, how are you feeling when when your defense finally came up with that interception after 3 drops prior?
Yeah,
Four.
we were, especially in that first drive in the second half. I thought we would have 2 pick sixes, right? The first one I thought was good, and then we had it again. And so whenever you can't get those, right, it's like, oh, is the game just is it gonna be one of those, right? That we're not gonna do this. And so it just felt great. And like I said, Mike Flair was everywhere. He was a total difference maker, on our defense. And it seems like every game there's just a new difference maker making themselves known. And so competition is high. It's breeding excellence in our defense. We're proud of it.
Absolutely. Mason, go back to Miami, Ohio rushing real quick. I don't know if you got that. It looks like you may have skipped over it. But
Gotcha.
a good win nonetheless. A very, all three games have been very close. You won by, I don't know, like 20 points combined over the first 3 weeks. So, but a win.
Yep.
That's our biggest one.
It was. A win is a win, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So good luck to you guys, and we will see you next week against Georgetown.
Georgetown.
That's
yeah.
right.
So,
Appreciate it.
all right, best of luck, guys.
Thank you guys.
Take it.
Let's fuck.
All right, Barack, Coach Merrill, a heartbreaking performance, I'll say. I don't want to say you performed bad by any means. You were ultimately in the game in the second half in the fourth quarter with a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Cards just kind of fell where they did.
Yep. I mean, I think we saw today why Coach Mason and his staff were 2-0 going into this game. They showed that they had nails in the last bits of the game, and while they weren't large margins of victory, I mean, they won it in that last quarter, and they really end up thriving off of that clutch behavior. And for our team, I felt pretty good. We had that good drive going in, just unfortunate that we had that pick six. I think if that pick six didn't happen, I think things would have gone the other way. But I think that we just need to develop our quarterback. We need to develop our game a little bit more. And that first half, only putting 3 on the board, gave them way too much of a margin to come back and put us in a bad spot. So, yeah.
Coach Merrill, what's your takeaways from the offense? You kind of struggled. I think at one point LT had 4 carries for 4 yards. Mason Taylor had the 3 or 4 balls that should have been intercepted that wasn't. What's the game plan for next week? How are you going to get things back on track?
Well, next week we know we're going against a very good opponent in UConn, but I mean, we really couldn't get anything going on the running game with the inside run at all because they were bringing so much pressure on the inside. And Mason there in the second half started off pretty cold. Wasn't really completing all the passes he usually makes, but he's a freshman, so he'll get used to that. But that drive we had going, everything was really working well. We had the outside runs going well. Just unfortunate how it ended in a pick.
Got you. Sneak anything for these guys?
Nope. You pretty much covered it.
All right. Well, best of luck to you all. We will see you next week.
All right, look forward to it.
All right, Sneak. Any final thoughts before we close this thing out here today?
I'd say based off of the way that App State played this game, and seeing all the other games that they played, this defense is no joke, and they definitely are going to be a force to be reckoned with come playoff time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I think once they truly start finding their rhythm offensively and find a way to do it consistently, they could make some noise for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and go get ready for the next game. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be live in just a little bit.